morning. It's simple. Or simply, 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 or simply. David, why not? David, it's January 5th, 2024, it's Sunday. In Naples, today seems totally clear, scan atmosphere in general. Successivo Celeste now, it's early afternoon, practically noon 9:46. 57 to Fahrenheit 14 Celsius. This means that it's really cold this is species essence and the cold is a classic adjective that we use for the winter period. In fact, since the first reports about 3 years ago, almost 4 years. As perhaps someone know, I think Robori, cioè mi si suppose di MSU, to see the remember the single let's also say that at the same time it's my purpose to fact that people should to watch my videos. It's better, I know perhaps it's a paradox for you, but not for me, and I didn't do analytical operations for spring and autumn and summer. In fact, for spring and autumn, so adjective soft, one for the summer adjective hot, so as you notice, in these cases, classic adjective, and I didn't do as regarding the case at least for me. OS nothing to significant weather shooting and copy better since some repeating since November. It was slightly cold, but however since a few weeks obviously it's cold because obviously we entered in the winter, but at the same time thanks to a meet, don't let 2 points of a meet, Wim Hof meet on this Dutch athlete I follow since some years, and these 2 points are the cold showers if not freezing and to wear as little clothing as possible. Very thanks to these 2 points, I always try to fight the cold, and for this I feel the cold in fact less than the other people, and so thanks to this, but also to this thing, this aspect, and also in general from a general point of view, because for the case in general, because in fact I didn't notice remember apart from last year, the past years I didn't notice remember first part of winter like this, so for this both the for both the aspect and the fact that I try to fight the cold with 2 points, and in general for the case in general, however this is a good thing for me, or in general this is good for me. I don't know if also for the people, if you have some sensations, try to talk to me about this. I don't know if also for the people, if you have the same sensations, judgments or thoughts of me about this. From what I did, as you really think of now, because for example, the thing of cold showers a bit impossible. So generally people do hot showers, so I don't know, depends on them. Still, the bad atmosphere today, I say for sure the same things just for the it's beautiful. At least it seems in fact briefly some news on this. Magari finché te ne prodotti smetterese, perché siete già fuori. Ci sono differenti fortezze su. Altre, riportati in questa atmosfera, tanti qui. Sicuro che vedi. Benissimo, magari nel please, vabbè. L'atmosfera change and it's totally cloudy, and so I think even if a few days, showers for the end of the day, it will become more and more cloudy, oscuro, cloudy. Lo stretto del riflo, traffico, sì, adesso se non sono 100 meters, penso che sì, inizia a clearsi, come prevede. Bella. Sì, sono mica come sono, tutti non lo riesco a fare, dico bene, non lo stesso, insomma, perché sono questo, sono questo, visibile, e abbiamo minuto, bellissimo, sentite, shot, secondo me, shot. Si può riuscire a prendere cortino su, fisico, forse si vede, shot, secondo me, shot. Slightly from our second,
series شو اسمه لازم هيك طالع لازم وقفت رسوني سكويك كذا متى سنة نيكولاس بريكفاست استقبل بقول فام سيريالز إيطاليان سيريالز هاي كومنت هاي فانتاستيك. Adesso torniamo alla sopra del freddo, dai, facciamo tutto quello che è ben. Ne vuoi, sì.